So sit in proper place, take a note. Everyone should have a note with you and place your mobile phones properly. No need to touch your mobile phones. Keep it away. I am watching everyone's face here. Please visible your video. Yes. So yesterday I have sent you homework, isn't it? So this week I have started the second prose, that is I can't climb trees anymore, isn't it? Have you watched that video? Two parts I have sent you, isn't it? First part and second part. If you have watched that video properly, you know what is given in that lesson. Can anyone tell me what is the theme of that lesson? Can anyone tell me what is the theme of that lesson?
Ma'am, uh,
Yes?
child's childhood memories, ma'am.
Yes, it tells you the importance of youth. It tells you the importance of youth, and the story is about a childhood memories. He is recollecting his memories, childhood memories. Can anyone tell me the author name?
Ruskin
Ruskin
Bond.
Bond.
Ruskin Bond. Super. So Ruskin Bond. So second unit, I can climb tree anymore. It was written by Ruskin Bond. I have given you question answers. All the question answers we have completed, isn't it? So how many of you know all the question answers? How many of you know all the question answers? Totally there are 4 plus 10 question answers. That is totally 14 question answers are there, isn't it? If you have book means you
Yes,
can take
ma'am.
your book now. 14 question answers are there. How many of you know 14 question answers? Shall I ask you questions now? Shall I ask
Ma'am,
you
I know
questions
only
now?
10 questions.
Why? What about rest of the 4 questions?
Today I have to read, ma'am, the 4 questions.
Okay, okay. What about others, ma? What about others? Only 2 students have replied.
I know, ma'am.
Others, yeah, that only.
I know,
Only 2
ma'am.
students have replied. Ritika and Preeti.
Ma'am, I know, ma'am. Ma'am, I
First
also
visible
know.
or video. First visible or video. Deepashri, Vanaja, Shivashri, Kavya, Hamda. I want to see everyone's face. Akshaya, Ramya, Kirtana, Priyadashni. So, if you have a book means please take your book. Please take your book. If you have a book means you can take, otherwise please listen to me. So now I'm going to ask you questions. So you should answer. So who I'm asking, that students only should answer. So see the first question. What did the visitor hide in the jackfruit tree? What did the visitor hide in the jackfruit tree? Vinita, Vinita, can you say the answer for this? Vinita, please visible your radio. Unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself, Vinita. Ma, please listen. So this class is only for we need to interact. Then only I can know whether you understand the lesson or not. If you keep silence, what can I do? Only 2 or 3 students only answer me. Others are simplicity. So listen. You are not going to answer anything. So now we are going to see the grammar topic, preposition. So now take a note. Now take a note. Put the topic there. Degrees of comparison. Put the topic there. Degrees of comparison. What are the three degrees of comparison? First, write that positive degree, comparative degree, and superlative degree. I will ask you a question at the last. You may not escape from that. So first, take your note, put today's date, and then write degrees of comparison. Degrees of comparison, and then write one by one. First one, positive degree. Second one, comparative degree. Third one, superlative degree. So first write the definition for positive degree. So this one we have already read, isn't it? So in the 8th itself we have already read. So now we are just recap everything. So what is the positive degree? Positive degree is used to refer to one object, person or place without making any comparison. So in positive degree, we are not going to compare anything. Only one object. We are going to talk about only one object. So in positive degree, there is no comparison. First write positive degree and then write this definition. The positive degree is used to refer to one object, person or place without making any comparison. In positive degree, we are going to talk about only one person and then we are not going to compare that person to anyone. Write this everyone and then see the example. She has a big house. She has a big house. So here we are talking about only one house. Here in this sentence, we are not comparing anything, isn't it? So we are talking about only on one house. So in degrees of comparison, we are going to give importance only to the adjective. We are going to change only the adjectives. See the sentence there. She has a big house. She is your subject and then big is your adjective, isn't it? So we are talking about a house. How was the big? It was a big house. So big is your adjective. First write this positive degree and then write the sentence. Completed.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So first you should write degrees of comparison and then you should write all the three. So positive degree, comparative degree, and then superlative degree, and then you should write the definition for positive degree with the example. So now we are going to see comparative degree. So first write the definition for comparative degree. What is given? The comparative degree refers to a greater degree of adjective as compared to the positive degree. So it is one step greater than comparative degree, sorry, positive degree. Here we are going to compare two things. Here we are going to compare two things. It is used to compare two objects, people or places. In positive degree, we are not going to compare anything. We are talking about only one object. But in comparative degree, we are going to compare things. The comparative degree refers to a greater degree of adjective as compared to the positive degree. So comparative degree is nothing but we are going to compare two objects or two things or people or places. Write neatly, you should not scribble. You should write in a proper note. You should not write in a rough note or you should not write in any notes.
Ma'am.
Yes, completed.
Yes, ma'am. Completed.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So today we have
Yes, ma'am.
seen positive degree and then comparative degree, isn't it? So now we are going to see the example for comparative degree. So I already told you comparative degree, we are going to compare two things. See here, it is used to compare two objects, places or people. So see the example, her house is bigger than my house. So here two houses are there. We are going to compare these two houses. So we are going to see which one is bigger. So which one is bigger here? This first one, brown color house is bigger, isn't it? So we are going to compare two houses. In that, we are going to find out which one is bigger. So in comparative degree, we used to add er with the adjective. So which one is adjective here? Big. So big is your adjective. So in comparative degree, you should add er with that. So what you should write? Bigger, bigger. And then you should add than, bigger than. So her house is bigger than my house. Or you can write yellow house is smaller than that brown house.
Ma'am, finished, ma'am.
Yes. So
Completed now.
Finished, ma'am.
Completed, ma'am.
So you can write. So you can write the sentence also. So listen here. To you have two houses. We are going to compare these two things. You can write bigger or you can write small also. So you can change it. So you can change the sentence also. That yellow house is smaller than this brown house. Like that
Brown
also you can
house.
write. Clear? So you can write two sentences for that for this example. So next day we are going to see superlative degree. So superlative degree means what? We are going to say that is the best. So here, the superlative degree refers to the greatest degree of adjective. It is used to compare more than two objects. So here, we are going to compare with more objects, with more than two or three objects. So superlative means what? So that is the best. We are going to find out the best thing in this degree. So in superlative degree, we are going to add est with the adjective. For example, big. So adjective big. So if you want to change that into superlative degree, what you should add there? est, biggest. Before that you should add the. Before that you should add the biggest, the smallest, the greatest. In superlative degree, the and est is very important. In comparative degree, we are adding er plus than, isn't it? So bigger than. Likewise, in superlative degree, we are going to use est, the plus est. First, write the definition for superlative degree. The superlative degree refer to the greatest degree of adjective. Clear?
Ma'am, completed.
So now, yes,
Completed,
now we are
ma'am.
going to write the
Completed, ma'am.
sentence for this. So listen, this one we have already read in 8th standard. I don't know how many of you remember that. So see here. Here we have three houses. It is used to compare more than two objects, isn't it? So here we have three houses. So we are going to tell which is the best. Which is the best. So see the three houses. Which is the biggest house? His house is the biggest of all. Or you can write brown house is the biggest of all. Can anyone tell me the next sentence for that?
My house is smallest for of all.
You can say that yellow house is the smallest of all. So the yellow house is smallest of all. So in superlative degree, we used to add est adjective. So we are going to add big adjective plus est. Before that, you should add the. So the is very important. His house is the biggest of all. So we have seen today positive degree, comparative degree, superlative degree. In positive degree, there is no comparison. And then in comparative degree, we are going to compare only two things, isn't it? So what is the rules for comparative degree? We are going to add er with the adjective. And then we are going to add than, bigger than, smaller than. So like that, we are going to add er plus than with the adjective. And then in superlative degree, we are going to compare more than two objects. Here in superlative degree, we are going to add the plus est. The plus est with the adjective. First, you should know how to find out adjective. So we know what is adjective, isn't it? Describing words. So what are all the words which describe that noun? Then that is called what? Adjective. Isn't it? So first you should know how to find out the adjective. Then only you can change it into positive degree, comparative degree, or superlative degree. So here I am sharing some examples for positive, comparative, and superlative. See here, most of the adjectives form the comparative by adding er and the superlative by adding est. I already told you in comparative degree we used to add er and in superlative degree we should use est. So see the examples: tall, taller, tallest; small, smaller, smallest; great, greater, greatest; young, younger, youngest; long, longer, longest. Here there is no change. We are just adding er and est. Write this. So these are all your adjectives, and also we are writing comparative and superlative for this adjectives. So this is your first rule. We are going to add er and est with the adjective. Make it fast. Have we completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone should write.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, make it fast.
No, ma'am.
Completed, ma'am.
Everyone.
Yes,
Who
ma'am.
is telling no there? Yes, who is telling no? Yes, completed.
Yes, ma'am.
So next rule. So first rule, we have add only er and est, isn't it? So in second rule, what is given there? When positive word ends with y, preceded by consonant, then y is changed into I before adding er. So what is given there? If the adjective ends with y, so you should remove that y, and instead of that, we are going to add I. So see the words: happy, heavy, healthy, pretty, dirty. So these are all the adjectives which ends with the word letter Y, isn't it? So if you want to write these word into comparative or superlative degree, we should add IER and IEST. Happy, happier, happiest; heavy, heavier, heaviest; healthy, healthier, healthiest; pretty, prettier, prettiest; dirty, dirtier, dirtiest. So you should not write happier, HAPPYER. You should remove Y, and instead of Y, you should add there I. This is your second rule. In first rule, we didn't change anything. We just add ER and EST, isn't it? So in this rule, we are going to remove Y, and instead of that, we are going to add I. Yes, make it fast.
Finished, ma'am.
If you are not able to write fast, means you can take a screenshot of this, and after the class you can write. But everyone should write this in your classwork or in a long size note. So this is your second rule.
Completed, ma'am.
Completed. Yes, super.
Um,
So next, this is your third rule. So what is your third rule? When positive word end with E, we are going to add only R instead of ER. So see there, see the adjectives brave, fine, large, wise. So these are all the adjectives ends with E, isn't it? So we are not going to add ER for this. So already the adjectives ends with E, we are going to add only R. Brave, braver, fine, finer, large, larger, wise, wiser. Superlative form, bravest, finest, largest, wisest. So these are all the basics. You should know the basics first, then only you can move into the sentences. Yes, completed.
completed, ma'am.
Yes, you should write everything. You should start with when positive words end with E. Only R we are going to add.
Completed.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Completed, ma'am.
So see the next one. This is irregular adjectives. So irregular means what? We are not going to add the same positive degrees. So see here, in positive degree, we have good. We are not going to write gooder for comparative degree or goodest for superlative degree. We are going to change the adjective. For good, we are going to write better for comparative, best for superlative. Clear? And then for bad, we are going to add worse and worst. And for little, we are going to write lesser, least. And for much, more, most. So in superlative degree, you need to add there before that best? What you should add there? I already told you in superlative degree, you should write EST. Before that EST, you should write what?
I
The best, the worst, the least, the most. So in school days, we we uh, we might have heard, isn't it? So some teachers may say, so this is the worst class, this is the worst class, or this is the best class, isn't it? Some teachers used to use this word. Which means what? This is the best means what? So they are using the superlative form.
Finished, ma'am.
Yes, positive degree, good, comparative degree, better. After better, you should write than, better than. And then superlative degree, you should add the best. And then positive degree, bad, worse, worst. And then little, lesser, least, much, more, most. Completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, completed, ma'am.
So this is your next rule. What is given here? Adjectives of more than one syllables form the comparative and superlative by putting more and most before the positive. See the example: active, beautiful, difficult, useful, faithful. So these are all the adjectives. If you are changing into comparative and superlative, you should add more active. You should not write activer, activist, beautifuler, beautifulest. You should not write like that. You should add more active, most active, more beautiful, most beautiful, more difficult, most difficult, more useful, most useful. And then last one, faithful, more faithful, most faithful. So these are all the basics of degrees of comparison. Today we have seen what is degrees of comparison and what are the types of degrees of comparison: positive, comparative, and superlative. And also we have seen the definition for each and every one. And then we are seeing examples, rules for that. Completed? Yes. One by one you should write. So it should be written properly. Have you completed? Please visible your video. Can you see me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Likewise, I also want to see you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then why are you not visible your video? I want to see everyone's face. I want to check everyone's note also. Have you completed?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So this one only I have given you as a homework this week, isn't it? So section D and section E I have given you as a homework. So this is your synonyms I have given you. So what is the first one? Pruning. So pruning means what? Trimming a plant. So if you have garden, you might have do that, isn't it? So trimming means what? Trimming a plant. So we used to cut the extra leaves, isn't it? So that is called what? Pruning. And then second one, churning. So churning means what? Emit a sound. Emit a sound. So birds, clock sometimes. So clock, when it hits 12 o'clock, it will ring 12 bells, isn't it? In olden days, we have that kind of clocks. It gives you sound. That is churning. And then third one, drenched. Drenched means what? Soaked. Fully wet. So this is your meanings. Pruning, trimming a plant, and then second one churning, emit a sound, and then drenched, soaked. No need to write this. Just listen to me because we have already written this as a homework. No need to write. And then see the fourth one, dizzy. Dizzy means what? Shaky. So dizzy na another மயக்க வர மாதிரி இருக்குது என்ன dizziness சொல்லுவாங்களா அது another dizzy. For that, what is the meaning for that? Shaky. And then prosperous. Prosperous means wealthy or healthy. Here what is given here? Flourishing. And then sprightliness, lively. And then seventh one, treasure, a collection of precious things. And then eighth one, rusty, ancient. So these are all your meanings which is given in your book, page number 33. If you have books means you can take and refer to that. First one, pruning. Pruning means what? Trimming a plant. And then second one, churning. Churning means emit a sound. And then third one, drenched. Drenched means soaked. And then fourth one, dizzy. Dizzy, shaky. Fifth one, prosperous, flourishing. Sixth, sprightliness, lively. Seventh, treasure, a collection of precious things. Eighth, rusty, ancient. So you should know how to pronounce these words. For that only I am repeatedly saying that words. And then this is also which is given in your book, the same page, section E. I am explaining each and everything so that only you can understand what is given in that. So see here we have a shortened form. So while speaking, we are using only the shortened form. We are not using the expanded form, isn't it? So see the first one, won't. What is the full form of won't? Will not. So how to write won't? W-O-N apostrophe T. So why we are adding apostrophe there? Why we are adding apostrophe there? Can anyone tell me? Why we are adding apostrophe? Because if you remove any letters, instead of that, we should add their apostrophe. So see that word, won't, W-O-N apostrophe is T. So which letter is not there? O. So instead of that O only, they have written their apostrophe. Likewise, see the second one, I'd. So I apostrophe D. So instead of HA only, they have written the apostrophe. I had or I would. They have removed WOUL. Instead of these letters, they have used only apostrophe. And then third one, I'll. I apostrophe LL. For that, what is your full form? I will. So in short form, you should not leave gaps. You should write it as a single word. But when you are writing in a expanded form, you should leave some space. I had. I will. You would. Fourth one, you had. That is you had. You would. Fifth one, they have. Instead of HA only, they have used the apostrophe. No need to write this. So see the sixth one, the same thing. We had he had, his, he has, wasn't. wasn't, was not, isn't, is not, doesn't, does not, aren't, are not, wouldn't, would not, can't, cannot. So these are all your short forms, and we have seen the expanded form of that. So this only given in your book, page number 33. So if you have a book means you can refer to the page number 33. Yes. Now I am going to ask you questions. Teaching part over. So now I am going to ask you questions. So first one, I am going to ask you as a fill in the blanks. The visitor gifted the dash to the little girl. The visitor gifted the dash to the little girl. What did he gift to that little girl?
Ma'am, can I?
Iron cross.
Iron cross. Iron cross. So iron cross only he gifted to that little girl, isn't it? So and then second one, a blessing rests on the house where the shadow of a tree falls. Who said these words? A blessing rests on the house. Grandmother. Yes, grandmother.
Grandmother.
I want everyone to say the answer. So next one, the story I can't climb tree anymore highlight the importance of what?
Youth.
Childhood memories of his youth.
What is the importance of this lesson?
Youth.
Childhood memories. Isn't it?
Childhood
So it tells
memories.
you the importance of youth.
Important.
Yes. And then the visitor came back to the house because why did he come to the
Recollecting his
place?
childhood. Recollecting his
Recollecting his
childhood.
childhood. So you want to recollect everything.
Lost
So that only he entered the house after 25 years. After 25 years, he has come to that place. So if you have watched that video, you can say the answer for this. Otherwise, you are not able to say the answer for these questions. Now, I am going to ask question answers. First one, Pooja Shri. Others, please keep quiet. Pooja Shri, unmute yourself. I am going to ask each and every one. Pooja Shri, please unmute yourself. Hamda. Hamda. Can you hear me, Hamda? Now, if I ask question means you should unmute yourself and you should say the answer. You should not shout like this. I will call one by one. Who is the new girl? Sri
Vishaka, ma'am.
Sri Visakha. So have you watched that video? Sir, have you watched that video? Question answers video.
No, madam.
Why?
Ma'am, after the class I will watch, ma'am.
Okay. So have you written everything in your note? Can you
Yes,
understand
madam.
what I am teaching? Have you written everything? Show me your note.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Have you understood? Do you have any doubt in this?
No,
Do you have
madam.
any doubt in this? Okay.
No.
So what about others? Kritika? Kritika, please unmute yourself. Kritika?
Ma'am.
Kritika? Yes. I'm going to
Ma'am.
ask you a question. You are going to tell the answer for that.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Easy question only I'm going to ask. What did the visitor do with the turnstile when he was a boy?
1 minute.
Can you hear me?
Hear some now.
What did the visitor do with the turnstile when he was a boy? Yes, make it fast. Tell the answer. Do you know the answer for that?
No, ma'am.
No. Bhavana?
Evening only.
Ma'am,
Bhavana? Wait. Bhavana?
The narrator swung on the turnstile when he was a boy, ma'am.
Okay. Next.
Thank you.
Next question. For the same girl, Bhavana. Where had he left his childhood treasure? Where had he left his childhood treasure? Do you know the answer for that?
No, ma'am.
Where had he left his childhood treasure? Anyone?
Ma'am, shall I Preeti?
Yes, Preeti.
Shall I tell?
Wait,
Ma'am.
Preeti.
He had left his childhood treasure in a hollow of the jackfruit tree.
Okay, super. Next, Madhumita. Madhumita. Can you hear me, Madhumita? Please unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself. I am going to ask you the simple question, only one word answer. Who is the owner of the house now? Madhumita. Who is the owner of the house now? Please unmute yourself. Deepashri. Deepashri.
Ma'am.
Yes. Tell me the answer. Who is the owner of the house now?
Ma'am, I know only question answer, ma'am. Yesterday alone they sent Tuesday homework, ma'am.
Question answer only I am asking.
Ma'am, I know some question answer alone, ma'am. I didn't read all this questions, sir.
Have you read the
They
last
sent
year? So what about yesterday's homework? Have you completed that?
No, ma'am. Want to write, ma'am.
Who is know the answer for that?
Monisha, ma'am.
Ma'am, Preeti.
Monisha, yes.
Ritika, ma'am.
Monisha. Wait, Monisha.
The call owner
How
is the
did the
owner of
grandfather get the iron cross?
Ma'am.
How did the grandfather get the iron cross? How
Ma'am,
did
this
the
question I
grandfather
don't know,
get the
ma'am.
iron cross? Huh?
This question I don't know, ma'am. I have not seen the video, ma'am.
Why? Yesterday I have given this question as a homework, right?
Yes, ma'am. Today only I want to write my homework, ma'am.
Say who else? Sivashri?
Ma'am, shall I?
Punita, ma'am.
Wait. Sivashri?
Ma'am, ma'am,
Yes. Have you read the question answers?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, tell me the answer.
The grandfather got the Iron Cross by German soldier from World War One.
Super, good. Next, Haripriya. Haripriya. Sivashri, tell me the answer for the second one. What did the writer observe about the house? What did the writer observe about the house? Do you know the answer for that? No. Who else know the answer for that? Except Preeti.
Ma'am.
Ma'am, childhood memories.
What did the writer observe about the house? What about Deepika, Kirtana, Kritika, Sweta, Lily Blessy, Priyadashni, H. Priyadashni?
Ma'am.
All are simplicity. Only 3 students are talking.
Ma'am.
Yes?
Ma'am.
Just tell me your
Ma'am.
name and talk. Who is calling, ma? Tell me the answer for the question. What did the writer observe about the house?
After
Anyone?
the don't still
What did the writer observe about the house?
Ma'am,
Ritika?
Sudarshana.
Ritika,
shall I?
Sudarshana,
Yes,
tell me the
ma'am.
answer.
Ma'am, shall I?
Ma'am.
Sudarshana,
Ma'am.
yes, tell me the answer.
The old house had changed much and it was at all. The jackfruit tree still at the side of the building. The
Hmm.
still was removed and opening was closed with wall.
Super. Next question. Why did the visitor return to his old house? Ritika,
Yes, ma'am.
why did the visitor return to his old house?
The narrator returned the old house. The narrator returned the old house to remember his youth.
To recollect his childhood memories. That also you can write. Yes. So next time, how did he get back the iron cross? How did he get back the iron cross? Priyadashni? Priyadashni? How did he get back the iron cross? You should not see the note and you are seeing the books and tell me, I think. See,
Ma'am, shall I?
when I ask you a question, when I ask you a question
Ma'am,
means you
shall I
should
see,
not
ma'am?
see any book or note. I already told you if I ask you a question, please tell me your name first and then only you should say the answer.
Ma'am, Preeti.
Punita,
Yes,
ma'am.
Preeti. Okay, Punita. This time I am going to give chance for Punita. Yes, Punita.
The girl brought the iron cross from the jackfruit tree and gave it to him.
Okay, good. So listen, this lesson is very easy. All the questions were one word answers only. So you can easily read these question answers. So today after this class, please go through that video and then read all the question answers again and write the homework properly as a home test. You should not copy. You are just copying all the question answers. You should not do that. Please read the question answers and then only should write the homework as a test. It is something like a home test. Usually, we are writing our homework as a test only, right? So like that only we should write now. So and also after this class, after finishing your homeworks, you are going to write English task. I'll tell you what is that. So here now 32 students are there. So 33, I think 33 students are there. So these 33 students are going to write today grammar task. I'll tell you. So today we have seen the grammar topic, isn't it? Positive degree, comparative degree, superlative degree. So you are going to write 50 adjectives. 50 adjectives. So I have given you examples also, isn't it? So you can refer anything. You can refer to your old books or Google or anything. So refer to anything and you are going to find out 50 adjectives and you are going to change it into comparative and superlative. Clear? So I want 33 students. So here I have 33 students. So 33 Tasks should come and everyone should write 50 words at least, and that should be sent to me by today evening itself. After completing your homework only, I'm telling. After completing your homework only, you should do this. Clear? Before finish that, you should not do this. First, you should finish your homework, and then only you are going to write your task. What is your task? You are going to write adjectives, 50 adjectives,
50
and then you are 50 adjectives, and then you are going to change it into comparative and superlative form.
Superlative.
Yes? Can you do that?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Madam.
Try to finish your task before 6 o'clock. Before 6 o'clock, and you should send it to me to my personal number. Everyone know my number, isn't it?
Yes,
Ma'am, I don't know, ma'am.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I don't know, ma'am.
Last year you sent your homework to me only, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't change my number, same number only. So you can change. You can
Ma'am,
send me your homework.
I don't know, ma'am.
Who?
Ma'am, Sri Vishaka.
I'll send you. I'll send you. Send you.
Yes, madam.
Okay. So today, before 6 o'clock, I want you to get. I want you to send you a homework. That is task.
Okay, ma'am.
Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
If you have any doubt, you can ask me. 50, yes, 50. 50 only you are going to write. I have given you some examples. Except that you should write 50 adjectives.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, shall we end the class? If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Or you can leave.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yes, you
Okay,
can
ma'am.
leave the class one by one.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am. Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.